Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to another Love Yourself First video. And I want to take this time to address a situation that might be popular out there in the world, and that is getting over somebody that you love. Somebody that you cherished for however many years, months, days, it doesn't matter. You felt like you loved this person, and it turns out the relationship didn't work out, or you realize that this person has some red flags that you cannot just see yourself as. Video, I want to talk about 5 tips that are going to help you become a better and stronger version of yourself and end up loving yourself more than you ever thought you could possibly imagine. Tip number 1: when we're trying to get over a breakup with somebody that we love and we still have feelings for, we have to accept the facts. We have to look at the facts of the outcome. You guys are no longer together. And as tough as that might be to hear, there's nothing that can change what has already happened. That's why we have to practice using our radical acceptance, like I mentioned in an earlier video, and understand that we can't control the situation, so therefore we have to put it to the side and not worry about it. Our next tip number 2, is that we have to identify the flaws in the relationship. We have to pinpoint the things that didn't work for us, whether it's our mistakes or their mistakes. We have to pinpoint the flaws in the relationship and come to terms that these are the reasons why this relationship didn't work out. That way we can identify problems that we may have, things that we can control, or identify things that other people have that we can try to avoid in the next person. Those, what we like to call red flags that we always throw to the side and we avoid. Well, now we can take that and learn from it and become stronger, better, and smarter. Tip number 3, we have to spend our time growing those friendships and those relationships that were put to the side for our current person that we thought we loved more than anybody else. We have to build those relationships up and prioritize spending our time on those type of people and cherishing those people for what they bring us daily, instead of focusing all of our energy on one person. That can mean you spend time building relationships with your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, any type of family member, or your friend from college, or your friend from high school, whatever the case may be. Just spend time growing a new relationship that has nothing to do with being a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Just try to strengthen your friendships. Tip number 4, we have to spend time working on ourselves. We have to become better, stronger, smarter, and the best version of ourselves that we can be. And we do that by identifying the mistakes that we made and working on those mistakes and becoming better people. I also recommend that we take ourselves on dates. Go to a restaurant by yourself. Sit down, read a book out in public. Do something with yourself to get to know yourself better and get to know what you want and what you're looking for in a person and a partner. I believe tip number 4 is the most important step in this entire process, because the more we work on ourselves, the more that we identify our own flaws and become stronger and become more self-worthy, self-respectful, and we love ourselves a little bit more, then the easier it is for us to find that in other people. And if we have 2 strong individuals that come together, then that can create a beautiful relationship, because you're not relying on somebody to bring you happiness. You are bringing your own happiness to the table. You are the only person that can make yourself happy. You cannot rely on somebody else to fuel your happiness. Yes, they may contribute to it, but they cannot be the sole source of it. You have to find your own happiness. And once we're able to do that, it makes loving somebody so much better and so much easier, because you're not expecting anything out of them. You have everything that you need. You are just worried about loving yourself and sharing that love with somebody else. And the 5th and final step in getting over somebody that you love is that you have to be patient with yourself. It's not an overnight process. You can't just get over somebody that you loved the next day. So be patient with yourself. Give yourself time to heal and feel the emotions. Let the emotions in, because if you can feel the emotions and then you can express the emotions through communication instead of action. And once you start communicating your feelings instead of acting on your feelings, then you start to gain power over your mindset. And it makes it a lot easier for you to love yourself because you don't do anything that you regret. I'm also going to give you 3 bonus tips of things not to do when you're going through a breakup. Tip number 1 is do not do hookups. No hookups after a breakup. Yes, you can have a casual relationship with a friend, but do not hook up just to hook up to get over somebody else, because you will not find what you're looking for doing that. Tip number 2 of the things that you do not do is you do not jump into another relationship. When you jump into another relationship, you won't have the necessary time to heal from your previous one. So any of the flaws that you brought to your previous relationship are going to surface almost immediately once you start a new one. And at that point, the person that you were dating is going to feel the effects of your previous relationship. You won't ever be able to grow something special with that person because you're going to be so focused on getting over your previous. And the third and final do not tip is do not stalk your ex. Because no matter what you're stalking your ex for, whatever you find is not going to make you happy. You're either A, going to find that he or she still misses you, and that is going to make you want to reach out to them and cause turmoil, and you'll never be able to heal that way. And if you don't find that he still misses you or she still misses you, then it's only going to lead to heartbreak, because you're going to say, why is this person moving on faster than I am? Why am I not healing as fast? When you can't compare yourself to other people. You have to remember those 5 tips of getting over somebody that we love. We have to accept the facts. We have to identify the flaws. We have to cherish other relationships. We have to work on ourselves. And finally, we have to be patient. Remember the 3 do not do's as well. Do not hook up. Do not jump into another relationship. Do not stalk your ex. Alright guys, it was so much fun shooting this YouTube video today. I hope you got some worthwhile content out of it. If you enjoyed the video, click the subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. Tell me about the time you got broken up with and you were heartbroken. And give me tips that helped you get through it. Or if you just want to share the story of your latest breakup, then do that as well. I promise to comment back on each and every one of the comments that I receive. I love you guys so much. Until next time, deuces.